Warning, the following presentation is virtual reality. But not everything is virtual. The love that Scarlett and Narkeez shares for one another is real.
Fell in love one day, and they are as happy as can be. Scarlett and Narkeez are so good together. They're awesome. They're the perfect match. It's a match made in heaven. They're a match made in heaven. Loving each other more than anything in the world.
Speech off.
Hi everybody, this is Narkeez, and this is my part of the love story connecting Scarlett and myself. So, she told you about my disabilities, sort of. I have CP, and that caused a lot of issues early on. I also have gigantism, which made me grow super tall, which is why I did not look my age. I looked like I was about 18, 19, 20 years old. A little older, but, not to digress. We were at a concert at Outdoor Arena. My dad, at the time, was a musician. I did not want to go. I was feeling really depressed, and I wanted to just roll under a overpass or roll under some kind of thing and just let some car just come and just kill me. Because I hated myself because of my problems I had at the time. So Mom's like, "Oh, it's okay, Narkeez. We're here for you. We love you." And they went through a lot to get me, Aiden, Maverick, and Narkeez, and Nikita. They went through a whole lot to get us. I'll tell you that story another time. So we met. We were sitting there talking and everything. My parents were all there watching Homer movie. This lady walks up, and oh my God, you talk about breathtaking. She really was. And I was like, oh, yummy. I want that. my mom heard me. Apparently, what I said was out loud. Thank God she didn't hear, but my mom did. My mom goes, "Boy." That's what she always says. Boy. She don't now. She goes, "Young man." Now, but back at that time, I was a boy. She said, "Boy." That was her favorite thing. She said it to Danny. I was like, "Boy." So I'm laughing a little bit, not much. I'm still kind of feeling yeah. She walks up to me and she says, "Hi, what's your name?" I said, "Narkeez." And I told my whole name and who I was, and she knew my dad. She knew about my dad. She knew what he was and who he was. Excuse me. So we started talking, and I told her about my life and what happened to me. Because I was just getting over a surgery that I had, of the many surgeries I had. Oh, God, that story's a story by itself. Hard. But anyway, so I was just getting over one of my many surgeries I had. I was sitting there in my wheelchair. Shut up, messenger. So I was sitting there, and she and I started talking, and I for some reason, I just have to have her in my life. I just have to. So we start rolling around in my chair, and she's laughing because I keep making her laugh by doing these dips and wheelies and all these things that I do. I still do that which I don't use my wheelchair anymore, but if I'm doing things like that with her for fun, I will. So, we were living in Pennsylvania at the time, and it was kind of cool. we were sitting outside at the arena, and I started walking around and rolling around with her and dancing with her. And I got her a soda, and I hugged her real tight, and I told her she was special. She never had that before. She never was ever told she was special. Neither was I from both parents. So we're sitting there, and she just looked at me and goes, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I said, me too, there's something you gotta know. I said, I'm like 12 years old. I'm 23 now, but I was 12 at the time. I said, I'm only 12 years old. She's like, huh? You don't look it. And I heard my mom in the background, boy! She always does that. It's so funny. She doesn't do it anymore because she goes me, Lillian! But at the time, she always said, boy. So, we're sitting there, and I feel bad about telling her because I really don't want to run her off by telling her my age and my disabilities and all that. So I finally tell her everything. She's like, so, I still love you. That's okay. I still love you. So that next weekend, skip forward to that next weekend, we go to a festival. Dad's not working that weekend, but we're just there hanging out. He had a really rough week that week, and we were just there hanging out, just kind of decompressing. So I was feeling better because I knew she loved me, and we're sitting there. All of a sudden, she comes up to me and says, hi, Narkeez, how are you? I said, oh my God, I'm good now, how are you? We start talking. Again, she takes rides in my wheelchair, makes me laugh, and we start being silly and just doing things people do, just having a good time. And of course, my mom always goes, boy! But anyway, I approached my parents and I said, can Scarlett move in with us? Because I don't want her to be in the environment. She was in a, well, I won't go into that, but I'll just say it was not a good situation she was in. So I want her with me at all times because I just felt the need for us to be together. I know she needed that, and I did too. So I was like, please, Mom, please. She's like, boy! Okay, sure, we can do that, no problem at all. And she loves Scarlett instantly anyway. She was like, I just love her to pieces. And so we got her stuff and moved her in. And it was the best thing we ever did. The best thing. Suddenly, my life had meaning. I worked hard in therapy. I felt better. Mentally, physically, I was still kind of meh. But mentally, I was a lot better. And then I had to have surgery on my what was it, hamstring? Yeah, I think it was a hamstrings. God, I've had so many surgeries on my legs and my back and everything. It's crazy. Anyway, so I had that. Usually, now, you guys, I'm not gonna be mean to my mom. She is a very protective person because of, she always lost me, so she's a little bit more scared. So, not so much now, but back then she was. So I had to have surgery on my legs to help my hamstrings. And I sort of told my mom, like, look, I want Scarlett back there with me this time. I love you, but I want Scarlett back there with me. So she's like, okay. I trust Scarlett. I know she knows what to do. So I trust her. From my mom, who is very protective, to trust Scarlett like that was a big step. Because I was afraid she said no, but she did not. She was like, okay. So we had the surgery done. She stayed back there the whole time with me. Excuse me. And we stayed the whole time together. She was with me the whole time. She helped me get better. At that same time, my brother Daniel was having his hip surgery that he had. His first of 2 he had. I already had one hip surgery. I was going to have another one about a year later. But so while she was taking care of me, Mom was taking care of Daniel's needs that he has. So I came home a few days later, and Scarlett, I had her moved in with me in my room because I needed help all the time, like help getting up to the bathroom, and things like that. So Mom and her would tag team. They would bring trays in, like she talked about. They would bring trays in and help us and do what they could for us. And there were times that Mom had to go help Daniel, so I would tell her, go help Daniel. I'm okay. I got Scarlett to help me. I'm good. She's like, okay. She hated to leave me, but at the same time, she knew I wasn't playing. She's like, boy! She always does that. She's like, boy! Sorry, Mom, I never asked you. So, I get better. I get back, more or less, doing physical therapy, doing schoolwork and all that. A few years later, I'm 18 years old. The day I turned 18, I look at her and I go, babe, I need to talk to you. And I get out of my chair, out of my wheelchair, get down on my knees, which is not easy. And I say, will you please marry me? I don't want to live my life without you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And this is emotional, so I hope I don't start crying, but she said yes. And I'll never forget, she said, I'm not like Carrie. She said, I'll stay with you because I love you. She said, yes, I'll marry you. So we both started crying and hugging, crying and hugging, crying and hugging. She helped me get up on my knees back in my chair. I picked her up and started spinning around in the chair, making her laugh. She goes, you gotta make me sick. And Mom goes, boy! Again. So, and I said, excuse me, young man. She goes, young man? Like that. But, you know, things got better and I started doing better and we got married. And I will never forget it. When we got married that one day, I'll never forget it, because Kirsty was our flower girl. She looked at me and goes, babe, you're my everything. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. We got married. Excuse me. And, been happy ever since. We got our own place. We moved we've been several places, but we got our own place. And, you know, Mom was sad because she knew I was leaving. She was really sad. She cried a lot. I cried a lot. We all cried a lot. But because she trusts Scarlett, she knew that Scarlett would take good care of me. And the thing about it was, I had to have back surgery before that, because my doctor at the time said, you know, we have to go ahead and do it, repair the issue with the spinal cord, T7, T8, in the thoracic area of my back. So we went through a seriously long surgery. Babe was back there by my side, so was Christy. They stayed beside me the whole way. Again, I said, I want Scarlett back there with me. I love you, Mom, but I want Scarlett back there. You know, you need to be ready for me when I wake up. So she said, okay. So she was pacing, I know, because she always does when I have surgery. Or when people have surgery, she paces a lot. So a few hours later, I woke up in a lot of pain. But there was my sweet wife sitting by my side, giving me water, you know, putting a cool rag on my head, telling me everything was going to be okay. And there was my Christy laying beside me on the bed, rubbing my hands and loving on me and telling me it's okay. So I was pretty sick for a while with that one. But then we ended up moving on our own after I got a little bit better where I could travel again. We moved and we've been happy ever since. And if I ever have to have another surgery, which I pray I never do, I know she'll be right there waiting with me. She'll be right there helping me. And yes, our wedding song was right here waiting, because she was right there waiting for me for 6 straight years. She stayed and waited for me. She didn't have to do that, but she did, because when you truly love somebody, when you truly care about that person, you love that person, you will do whatever it takes to be there for them. And she did that. She stayed right by my side. She never gave up on me. She never gave up on our love together. She never gave up on anything. She always told me, you can walk, Narkeez, I know you can. And when we moved, I'll never forget, when I first walked, the first thing I did was walk straight to her. And I grabbed her and hugged her. We both started crying. And I said, without you in my life, I don't know how I would have made it. And I bent down my knees again and told her, you're the love of my life. I don't want to ever lose you. And she got me and hugged me real tight. And she said, I'm not going anywhere. And she hasn't. You guys, she has stayed right by my side the whole time. She has never left me. She has always been right here with me. And I do the same for her, because she's very special to me. And I don't want anyone else. I've got who I want. My wife right here. My baby. That's right. wasn't easy, you know. At first, being on my own was a little scary. Well, on our own, not my own, but our own was a little scary. But it was exciting because we had family that we knew they were there to help us whenever we needed. So we had friends that were there, and we were fine. We did great, and look at us now. So years later, we got a bunch of kids and a big life, and happier than we've ever been. And we have a good family, and my mom's there to help, but she doesn't hover over me so much now. I basically told her, I'm like, Mom, I love you, but you don't need to hover over me no more. I have a wife, I have a family, I have a life. She says, okay. And it was not easy for her, but she got used to it, and now she's happier than she's ever been. Because not only does she have a great son, but she's got a great daughter-in-law too. And in my opinion, and this is my opinion, but it's the best daughter-in-law she could ever ask for, because she, you know, well, it's always there. When I've been sad or when I've been down, she's always been there. When my grandmother, my mom's grandma, passed away, she was right there. She held me while I cried. When my aunt died, she was right there when I cried. I mean, who could ask for a better person than her? I mean, nobody could. I mean, you know, she's awesome. She's the best ever. I'm lucky to have her. But I just want to tell you, Scar, I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want no one else but you. Like that song, Nobody But You. By Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. The top film, Nobody But You, babe. And I'm lucky because I get to wake up and she's right by my side every day. And she says, good morning, handsome, I love you. You know, it was hard because Mom had to learn to trust. Because Mom had been hurt by a lot of people, and she had to learn to trust. And it was hard for her, but you know what? She did it. She has trusted Scar with her, with my care, and with her love for me. And I just about care what I mean. It's like when Scar first came to my life, she trusted with my care. And that's something hard for her to do, but she did. And I'm proud of my mom for that, because she has trusted and accepted that I have the best wife possible, and that I have the best life possible because of my wife. And her and Scar are best friends now more than ever. They always were, but now it's like they think the same. They're just a lot of like. So big shout out to my mom. We're at Special Awesome Family. She's got almost 500 subscribers. She just needs one more subscriber to have 500. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Back to you, my love story. Hope you have a great day, the best day ever, and you'll see the Ukraine adventure later. I love you guys so much. See you there. Bye.
From the start, it was clear, you and me, dear, hand in hand through our days, love's unending ways. Nights and days blend as one, two hearts never undone. Worlds may fall crumbling down, still in you I am found. Match made in heaven, my love. Not even death from above can tear us apart. You are my heart. In your eyes, see my home. Never feel alone. Storms may come strong and fierce. In your arms I find peace. Years may roll like a wave. In our love we are brave. No force can break this bond. Life and beyond. Match made in heaven, my love. Not even death from above can tear No force can break this bond. Life and beyond, match made in heaven, my love. Not even death from above can tell